I have built dozens of apps and software over the past few years, and in this video I'm going to present the stack that I use to build most of my apps. To name a few apps I've built, there is this sustainability job board, this AI translations for Wiglot websites, here a B2C dream interpretation app, also more business software for knowledge retrieval and RAG. So let's dive into app building with my favorite stack, combining Softr, Airtable for now, and n8n. Here the goal would be to build a forum where people can post, comment, and we will also bring some AI features to spicing things up. Let's start by creating a new app in Softr. And actually, I usually start by preparing my database. I do that in Airtable for now, but I will very likely switch to Softr databases as they are ramping up and also bringing workflows very soon, which will make it easier to build apps because it will rely on less tools. But let's get started. And yeah, for a forum app, let's start by naming that forum app. So this is a base in Airtable, and I'm gonna prepare a table called users. With here, I always put email as the first key. Then we'll get first name. What else will we need? Maybe dates created. And yeah, maybe the avatar, as this will be important in our case. That would be it for now. We also need, so each table is one object in our database and later in our app. So because we're building a forum, we will need posts. So I'll add a new table called, posts, we'll call it that way. Here again, what I usually do is for the first column, I make it a formula to get the record ID. Then we'll have probably the post content, and it might be a rich text. We'll allow people to share one image, let's say, in their posts, and there will be a date, post date, post time maybe, including the time. And then let's also add a comment feature so people would be able to comment. So okay, what we're also missing here is just a link to the users, and to get the author, it will be a single link to a record. So here we'll have like I'm happy to announce something, post time, what's that time, and the author was this first. Was John. Perfect. We'll then add comments, which will be, again, here, I recommend to, or it's my way to do it. I put the ID here, and we will have the link to the post, related posts, as well as the comment itself, so it will be a text. And we will also need a date, or actually a time. And of course, the comments author. That sounds pretty good to get started. Because now the next step is actually to directly go into Softr and to start to build. So I'll just clean this up. I usually prefer to start from scratch. I'll delete all the pages I won't need. What is really nice now is that we have all the pages, the utility pages being already created, and they look okay by default. Let's call it forum app and put let's see if that's available. So here I'm gonna use a Softr subdomain. Let's see if it's available. Yep. And first thing I'm gonna do is to create, to sync, to sync the users tab. And here I will just map the email, the first name, and the avatar. There could be other options, created time actually. I have it here. And that will be it. So now we'll see that, just remove that. We got, this was the test user from Softr. And yeah, we are ready to start building our app. So for the homepage, we will simply have maybe a list, or yeah, maybe a list of all the posts. So here I'm gonna connect that to my Airtable, to my forum app, to the posts. So here we will list yeah, all the posts, and map all the fields. So we will not use that first section, but just use the second section, because we will here show the post contents, posts stack like this, and can be full screen. Ideally we have it full screen. Yep, that should be it. Here we will have the post, the image, the post time. Here what is really nice, we can make it relative. 1 day ago, that looks good. And then we will showcase the author. And here what is not cool is that the author will be showed with an email. So I'm just gonna add here a lookup field, which will grab the first name of the actual author, and I will call it author first name, and we will map that one instead. Yeah, beautiful. Now in Airtable, let's just put a few images on the posts we have to create some fake data. Also give it a post time. Maybe it was right now, this one. Let's kill it for now. And that will be our test user. If I reload the page, then we will see a bit more clearly. Okay, I see. Here, this one would just need to make it an image. And ideally we can make it full screen like this. Yeah, sounds pretty good. It's functional. We can add a title, almost on the form. Yeah, and here we can directly have like new posts, and we actually make it visible only for logged in user. So let's say that in this forum, non-logged in user can see all the posts, but I cannot contribute. So it's like, yeah, kind of open forum, but you have to log in to contribute. Then yeah, let's just configure that. So here it will add a record, and will basically give the opportunity to have a content, an image, and that's it. And then we'll have hidden fields, which will be the author, and here we will pull the email of the logged in user, so automatically it will assign the right user. And same for the, let's say the post time, we will just grab the current date and time. New posts, posts. Yep, perfect. And then we'll create another page, which will be the post detail for people to actually open that post. So we'll use that. An item detail, map it to the table posts, and image. But basically we'll have the image here, then the post content. Again, the time and the author. Oops, I need to make it an image here, to make it an image again, and we can then give it a nice size. Okay. Oh, and yeah, the issue with the top section is that you cannot display a preview, like a label, but actually we'll keep the author and the time like this. Author, we actually said we put the first name, and then here we'll have a section with the posts. The post content, enable rich. Yeah, perfect. Then we will enable to edit the post only for the author. So here we'll add a condition, so logged in user can edit it, but only when the author is the logged in email, which should limit this function to the author, and then we'll give them the chance to change the content and the image. Update post. The post has been updated. Then we also might want to do a delete post button for the author as well. And we'll add the same kind of conditions. So the author is the logged in user email. So it will only show up for these people. And then we'll have here a block with the comments. It will be pretty simple. We could be using actually the comment feature. It's actually here. The comment feature of Softr. Here in this case, we will actually do it in a more custom way, so we can so that we can work on an AI feature right after that. So we will do the comment system our way, related post. The ID, actually that sounds like a good filter that was added automatically, so it will only show the comments that are here in our database related to that post. So let's do a few here. Did you buy it? It will be the same post, same person. The next day, and that will be it. So here we'll call that open. here, let's also do the same, like the author. We'll add a lookup here. Author first name. Beautiful. That way, so let's not have a search bar or filters because yeah, we rarely have one. Yeah, and let's design it so there is no image here. It's mostly looking like this. We'll have the comment here. Max number of lines, 25. And the author first name, we'll have it maybe in a label, in a tag, sorry. Yeah, and we also display the time. We make it relative, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, and we eventually have a filtering. We sort it by time, comment time. Yeah, maybe we put the most recent first. Yeah, that would be it. And then new comments here, or I don't know if we can find a nice. Yep, that's nice actually. Where so the comment is something that the person will write, and the author will be this time a hidden field because we'll just get the logged in user, and the related post will also be hidden because it will be the current detail page record ID, and also the comment time will just grab the current time. New comments. And that would be it. Then what we will do is actually to set up the fact that when you click, let's say, yeah, on the button here, or actually when you click on the whole post, you would open the detail page of the post, and actually we'll have it in a, let's say, in a large model. And yeah, we can test it right away. I'll just make sure that the home page is visible by everyone, and this one too. And yeah, maybe we clean this up. So that's the nav bar for such a website. We'll have it on the top. And we don't need all of that for now, just a home page. Yeah, perfect. So now we have all the posts of the forum. If we click on one, we open the detail where we see all comments. New comment, that we have to actually hide it because I'm not logged in. It was here. Okay, only logged in users. We'll see that. Let's try again. Okay, it's better. And this post has no comments. So now what I would like to do is eventually I'll ask Gemini to create some fake values, like creates for people forum and for each 7 comments. I just want to feed a bit our database with like better data, and then we will be prepared to like build an AI feature on top of that. What we can do in the meantime is actually to have a little a little something for non-logged in users, like maybe a hero section. Welcome to the blog. Maybe just for visitors, so non-logged in users. On this blog, we exchange ideas, and our AI helps you save time. Let's make that a bit bigger. And for users, so we'll, by default, sign up is disabled, and we'll now just open that. And here we will call that an account that will open the sign up page. And maybe here login, that will open the login page. We'll just make it, so overall, we'll just trying to remember some cool fonts. Yeah, an accent color is just fine. And then for our login button, we'll have the text being kind of gray. Background would be white and a little border. Yeah. With eventually an arrow. Okay, looking good. Yeah, let's see if we have some more data. Hey everyone. Okay. Okay, and let's say we have and yeah, these posts, let's make them a bit older, so it's all a bit more coherent. One thing that's nice to do is also maybe to add a count of comments. So we can display it here. Number of comments. So it's all nice. So let's publish that and take a second look at our forum. So here I'm invited to create my account. I'll do that later. I click on the post and I see all the comments. Very nice. I'll eventually remove these two and assign those. And test user, beautiful. Let's say John Possibles. Okay. Now what I will just do is I'll just activate here the magic links. No, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, actually just change name. It used to be called magic link, which is not secure, not recommended, but it's just here for us to log in as one of these users. You might have to wait a bit. Okay, it's already active. So here we see that we can post. So hi, who's here? Okay, let's just debug that and make sure we don't need an image, but it's an option. What else from here? Yeah, we just implement this logic of also sorting here by latest post time. So we have the latest posts, and we'll show 10 of them. So right now we have a pretty basic app that's like really classic. I can add a comment. Love that. and it should arrive here as test user, I think. Yep. So we could add more, like for example, some features to upvote comments, to like the posts, to delete comments, etc. But as maybe as a last feature, what I really like to do in my apps lately is to add some AI in them. And here, what I would like to build, it's not the most useful, but just to as a way to show how this would be done, I would like to add here a little AI button that would actually pull all the comments and summarize all these comments with AI. So here, the way I would do that, I would create an API endpoint with n8n. So I'm just opening here my n8n. I would create a custom. I would use a custom code block right there in the post detail. In between here, I would have a custom code block that would contain something that I would basically ask an AI to write, that would communicate with an API endpoint, like a webhook, that I would create for the occasion, and I will exactly tell the AI like what webhook request to make and what body response it would get. So it's actually plugged in and live. So let's see how this works. In n8n, I'll start the workflow with a webhook. It will be a post, and I'll just customize the path from test. Customize comments, and it will respond with a respond to webhook node. For now, I will just make it static. People want to learn about the product. I'll for now just fake the AI feature, like this will be replaced by AI later. But I will just simulate the way this will work. All right. Respond to the webhook with the first incoming item. Perfect. So I'll take this prod URL, turn this on. I will open Gemini, I already have it here. And basically what I will say, let's use Flash, it will also work. And I'll maybe voice it. So I'm building an app in Softr, and I need a custom code. I need a custom code for a block that would, when you click on the button, would summarize all the comments that are available on the block. So basically, when we click that button, it would send a webhook to the URL. Posts with in the body the key record ID, and to find the word you will use this technique. Basically, there is a technique when you build a Softr app. Here we have this block, which is, let's say, the post detail. So we have a block called post detail that has a record ID. I will just pull a technique that I documented once, and I will put it in the description of that video. So here the technique is basically able to retrieve either the record ID of the logged in user or the record ID of one specific block. The record ID, you will use this technique. So here I will just paste the whole technique, and it should be the ID of the record detail under the block. Post detail, and that should be enough. It will understand how this works and just basically send to n8n to this webhook the record ID. And then I will tell the AI the webhook response will contain the key summary that contains the user. Make this block very good looking. Also make sure that because it's just a block in a page, it doesn't contain anything that will break any designs of the current page, but it's just like the HTML, the scripts that are able to populate that block. Make it good looking, good UI, like with a nice loading screen while we wait for the webhook response, etc. And again, it's really about this button will be on the detail page of a post on the forum, and when clicking here, it will enable to summarize in a concise way all the comments that have been posted for that post. And this should be it. For now, sending the record ID here will have no impact, and we will just send this in a static way. That will be the summary, but this will simply enable us to test it. Here, because we use this specific script, let's just put it right now in the app directly and see what we got. So here we have this block. We click summarize comments. People want to learn about the product. So for now, we are just placing that like statically, but if I look into the execution, we see here that we got this webhook with, it also sent the user ID. We didn't ask for that, but at least we have the record ID. So it worked well. And with that, we can actually build the logic we wanted. So I'll add here an Airtable block, which will be search records, and we will search. So from in the table comments, we'll filter and let's see what we can use as a filter here. We can basically use related posts equals the webhook we have received, and that should work. Yeah, that record ID. So search opens. We get all our comments. And what I would do here is, because we get a lot of things, I would actually just request output field. Maybe it's cool maybe to get the first name and then the actual comment, maybe the time as well. So we kind of clean this up a bit. And we could further clean, but let's say for now we just aggregate all of that. We aggregate all the items into something called all comments. So by aggregating these 8 items, we receive only one item that's like nicely structured like this. And basically an AI here, using an LLM node, an AI would be able to read that. I just need a little expression here. That basically, this expression basically makes sure it returns as a nicely structured JSON, but it's a string actually, like the full content of the previous node. What could be actually nice to do is to also get the post itself. We could get a record, and this time in the forum, we would check the post with its ID. So we can also give to the AI that will summarize all comments. We can also, I think it would be fair to also give it the actual post itself. So probably the summary will be more accurate. I just remapped this. So yeah, let's configure our AI again. I'll run that. So here the user message will be having like the post button, And here we'll simply put the post content. All comments of the post. And here we will add a system prompt that will be, we can make it very simple, like the user message contains a post that was posted on the forum and the list of all the comments that have been shared. You will strictly output like a maximum of 3 sentences summary that summarizes all the comments about this post. If we had like more time, we would really tailor this prompt and make sure it was like very consistent in the output, etc. But here we'll just keep it like that and add an AI model, for example, for 4.1 mini will do the job. We'll run it once to be able to remap it to this. I really like to use a set node edit fields before a response to Webhook, because here I use the first incoming item, so I make sure that this item is actually very clean. And now instead of having this static value, we'll have our summary. And we should be good to go. I'm tempted to ask Gemini Pro to actually do that. I'll say like I ask to do this, and it returns the follow code, which works. It's even to make goods. Please make it a very good looking and modern block, so I can be proud to have it in my app. And I'm kind of tempted to do that, but in the meantime, we can test it again. And this time, if I click here, it should take a bit more time because it's waiting for the Webhook response, which takes a couple. Yeah, it's really ugly, but it works. We can now check the execution that just happened. So it took 3 seconds, which is really okay. Probably the AI step. If we look at the logs, this took half a second, nothing. Yeah, so our AI step took most of the time. We can for sure, like if it's a public facing app, like you might want to use Nano. You might also want to limit this feature to your logged in users. So not everyone is burning your credits, etc. Let's take a look. Yeah, I prefer that. Discussion summary. Okay. Yeah. It's not perfect, but I mean it works. So if we summarize, we have a okay. Now I reloaded the page and I'm logged in because I was logged in here. If we summarize, we built a public-facing forum with logging features and also some AI features. To summarize the discussions, and we can really expand that to and replicate that to any kind of software. Where here we learned how to get the record ID of the detailed page we were looking at to actually run some like light or very powerful workflows in the backend. And here our interface and our database can be very light, while still being able to create some very nice AI features in the backend using n8n. So that was a quick overview, on how I built many apps in the past years and months, and I'm curious to see what you would be building with this stack, or if you have other tools you would recommend.